Hello, my dear crafters. Today we're going to learn about the magic of embossing folders. And I'm going to give you along the way some tips on how to use them, on also how to use acetate like this one, and on how to use and glue vellum so that you don't see the glue anywhere but it's stuck in place. So this is the one, the card that we're making together today, and this is the one that I also made before, just to give you an idea of how beautiful and simple you can make a card. Not just a card, I'm going to actually use this to be the front, the lid of a box that I made that is all in browns. So this is going to be perfect for that. This one is a card. It's going to be a card, but this one's going to be the lid of your box. But it's just basically today, guys, to give you a whole bunch of tips on how to glue these things without showing, so you don't see glue anywhere, but show you the magic and the huge difference it makes when your paper underneath is embossed. So that's the basics of today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's move to the tutorial. So for today's card, we're going to use a piece of vellum. This is the most beautiful vellum I have ever seen. Look at that. Let me show you the whole sheet here, because then this is actually part of Spellbinders collection, and I'm going to, it's called Woodland Tales Printed Vellum and Foiled Acetate. So it comes with, let me get the white. So it comes with beautiful, this is the acetate that I used for the first card that I showed you. So see, I cut a piece here and that's what I used. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful acetate, guys, and it has gold foiling. If you want to buy this, you will be really impressed. And here is the whole page, the whole sheet. It's 11 by 8.5. So that's the full sheet. We're just going to use a little piece, and you can make at least 4 cards with these. And here's another one, part of this collection. Another acetate that is absolutely amazing. Look at this, it looks like woods, but it's all gold foiling. I've used a little piece in another card. This one is one of my favorite of all times. Look at how gorgeous. This is vellum, see, transparent. So these are absolutely perfect to use with this kind of techniques. Some shrooms, if you love shrooms, here they are. Again, it's vellum, so transparent, and that's what I use, either acetate, but acetate that has some kind of design, like look at this one, how gorgeous this is, all foiled. So use that in the background, and that's what we're going to work on and focus on today, is how much of a difference it makes to have the background embossed. And for today's card, we're going to use the Fern Leaf 3D, look at this, 3D embossing folder by Spellbinders. It's a new one that just came out, and the great thing about these 3D embossing folders by Spellbinders is that you can, they're big enough that, let me just tell you here, it's 8.5 by 5.5, so you can actually get 2 cards out of one. So you have this piece of sheet here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one, because I want to show you the contrast between not embossed and embossed and how much of a difference it makes, okay? So basically what we do is, it helps if you just squirt a little tiny bit of water just to help the paper break the fiber. You choose where you want it to be. I'm going to place it here. Close your embossing folder. So now I know that this is what's going to be showing. It's hard to see, but you're going to see it. I'm going to run it through my machine, and then I will give you some tips on how to place the vellum, because you don't want glue showing. So I'll give you some tips on that, and we're going to embellish our card. So let me go do this and I'll be back. So I'm done with that, and let's just look at what I call pure magic. Look at these, guys. So if you have a card and look at the difference it makes. So if you want to make a card and you use an embossing folder, you don't need much to add to it. You can just put a beautiful sentiment here, or do like I did, like a piece of contrasting paper. It can be pattern paper, it can be a solid paper, but I love to have either vellum or acetate because it doesn't hide all the beautiful embossing that you did. So we have our piece of paper here fully embossed, and look at the difference. So if you want to make a card and you go, I want to use this acetate here, yes, it's beautiful, it's nice, I love the contrast, and that's good, but look at the difference. If you have this on a piece of paper that has been previously embossed, it just changes the whole thing, and that's what we're gonna do today, okay? So just wanted to show you the contrast here. So the first thing that I want to show you, and the tips that I want to give you, is on, let me zoom in, I think it's a little bit too far. One of the questions that I get a lot is, how do you glue acetate like this one? What you need to do is to use some kind of glue that either dries transparent or, and that's what I do, use double-sided adhesive. I use, in this case here, it's not glued on any of the corners, but you can tell because it's glued underneath the flowers. There is a double-sided tape underneath, and I glued that, and I put it under the acetate, so that's where it's glued. And I did the same here under the sentiment. So you have, it's absolutely glued, it's never coming off, but the sides here, the tip, see, either here, all the sides, all the corners are not glued, because you don't need to glue the whole thing. You just need to make sure that it stays in place. So one option is double-sided adhesive. The other one is, and we're going to use it here, is you can use glue dots, as long as they are these little tiny glue dots here. They're not very big, as you can see. They're very, very tiny, because again, if it does show a little bit, it's not much. So that's what we're going to do. And for today, the other thing that I used, so I used the acetate, we used the 3D embossing folder. I also cut, and this is from another of Spellbinders collections. This is, I'm sure you remember this, because this is what you use, because there is actually a wax seal that goes with that too, the fern leaf, the wax seal stamp. Look at that. So you get all of this, is all part of kind of the same collection, and I'll have the link to everything. You don't have to get everything, of course, but I want to give you options. So that's the other thing you can do too, is just use one of these, like on the center here. So there's so many ways that you can use this, and I think my paper here got some of the water. And here's what I do. If it broke the fibers a little bit, that's another tip for you. Just go the other way so that it becomes flat again. See? It was kind of warping a little bit, so you just do it to the opposite way. So here's what I'm going to do today. So we're going to add this to the bottom. This goes in first. Then we're going to add this to the bottom here. And I'm going to add I was in doubt between these two beautiful sentiments here. All things grow with love, and thanks for helping me grow, because it's all related to growing and growing a garden and flowers. So we're going to use this one, all things grow in love. And this is also Spellbinders. That's an older one. It's a huge stamp and die set. I love the sentiments. As you can see, I use them a lot, and it's beautiful because it comes with the cutting die, so you don't have to worry about fussy cutting. So it has beautiful sentiments. One of my favorites that I use all the time is Happiness Blooms here. I love Let's Grow Old Together. There are just some beautiful ones, and we're going to just use this one here. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So I'm going to make sure that it stays in place. It's warping again because this paper is still a little wet, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna play with the fibers at the, doing the opposite movement. And we're going to add on the corners here, because this one is not going to have flowers or anything to help keep it in place. I'm going to actually add these little tiny dots here, the glue dots on the corner. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to just remove one of these dots, and I'll show you the size when I remove one. See how small it is? It's really, really tiny. So we're going to put it right here on the corner, and I'm going to use 4 of them. I actually, you know what I'm going to do? This is how I usually put glue dots on. I'm just going to look at where they are. I'm going to place it here, press it down, and then you peel it off. So it's hardly visible, really. But I'm going to do the same thing with the next. That's the best way to position it. Make sure you know where it is. Comes here, you press it down like that, and then you remove it. And there it is. We have another one here, right on the corner. So there we are. So this is my tip for you. I have little tiny dots on every corner, and we are going to put it in place, and then we're going to place these golden pieces of paper here. So there. So we're going to press it and press it again, so we know that the corners are in place and they stay. You can use double-sided adhesive. And the other space here that I'm going to add this to, I'm also going to make sure that I'm going to use double-sided tape underneath so that it glues it in place, and it also makes sure that it stays there, okay? I actually should have not put this one here. You know why? Because I want to make sure, see how strong this is? It's already tearing the paper. But that's okay. What I'm going to do here is just show you this double-sided. I'm going to add some double-sided adhesive here. That's okay because this is not going to show. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. I had to kind of destroy a little bit just so you see I made a mistake, because I want to make sure once I know where I'm going to position this. And I think I'm going to position it right here. Yes. So I'm going to position this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that there is some double-sided adhesive underneath here. And you can even use, I'm going to use this double-sided here. But I want to make sure that in this area there's going to be enough glue to hold it in place, and it's not going to show, because I know I'm going to add another glue dot, because I know that that's going to be covered. So we're going to press it down and press down the border here again. These mini dots are really strong. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these. Let me see how much I need to cut. So I think I'm going to glue first and then cut the leftover. So for this, I'm going to add my glue. This glue, it's very strong, it's very fast. Even though it's liquid, it's not going to show because I just put it in the center, but I know it's strong enough to hold in place. And I'm just going to, I should have done this before. I'm making a lot of mistakes today, but I'm just going to leave them in. I'm just going to put some glue now on the strip. Should have done it before for sure. Not much, because you don't want it overflowing, but enough to hold it in place, okay? So I just kind of gently dab it. I think that should be enough. And I'm just going to press it like this. Make sure that I'm taking off any excess. So hold it in place for a while. I just love adding this thing here because it really this, you know, this little detail here makes a huge difference. So now that I've done that, I'm going to cut the excess because you don't want it to go all the way. There you go. So we have cut the excess here, and all we need to do is add our beautiful sentiment that has disappeared. Oh, here it is. So there you go. We're going to add some glue. I think I'm going to add this glue here. It's strong enough to hold it in place. There you go. I'm going to and there you go. So you have a beautiful, simple, easy. Again, I use this. You don't have to. You can just put a sentiment here or use some flowers like I did with this one. Whatever you want. And what I'm going to do now is just glue this to a card base, and I'm going to actually add gold around, and you're gonna see how it makes everything pop. So I'm back with the gold, but I want to give you an invaluable tip. When you use something like gold paper that we know it's quite costly for background to give it a little pop like this. I mean, look at the difference it makes. Do not waste the center. Here's what I do every time I use my gold paper, expensive gold paper. I just cut the center with, you know, leaves and flowers, whatever I have at hand. Today I'm going to use these different leaves here because this is not going to show, guys. You're just going to see the outline, and you shouldn't waste it. So look at how many I got, and I even have the middle here, which I'm going to leave today. But look at that. All of that you can use in future projects. So that's what I do. I do not waste paper, guys. This is too expensive to just throw away. If you use it for background and it's not gonna show, do not waste it, okay? So I'm just going to use this dry glue that just finished. Well, I'm gonna have to get another one, just a second. Here's the other one. So we're going to use that to glue it in place. Make sure you put enough right on the corner here so that the paper really holds. And now, different places in the middle. This glue is kind of acting out on me. Maybe it's ending too. Yep, I think it's ending. Okay, I'm gonna have to use this then. We're going to use liquid glue. Guys, sometimes, I mean, everything just kind of starts to not really work the way I want, but not giving up. I just keep going like nothing's happened, and you guys are okay with it. So there we go. So I have this piece of paper here that nobody will see. It's totally eaten up. I'm gonna press this down, and I think I'm just gonna do this. See? Who's gonna see that? Nobody, because that's gonna be the front of a card. But you got a whole bunch out of it. So there you are. And look at how beautiful this turned out. With all this, you know, very delicate gold here. Most beautiful vellum I've ever seen, honestly. And I will have the link below to everything I used. And I just have some more examples here of these are things that I'm going to use soon in other cards. Look how beautiful this. I absolutely love this 3D embossing folder. So I will have the link below to everything that I used here. I hope you enjoyed my tips. Let me know what you think, if you learned something new. Thank you so much for your time, and you have a wonderful day.